Hey there, Kim Kunkel here for EasyDigitals.com, Photoshop backgrounds and templates for photographers. Today I am excited to introduce to you the Legendary and Heroic Dreams backgrounds for Elements. And these are layered backgrounds, and I'm going to show you the Legendary Dreams because it's a little bit more complicated, and if you can customize this version, you're going to easily be able to customize the Heroic Dreams version. So we're starting out like this, and when we're finished, it's going to look like this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you can see here that I am in expert mode, and I'm going to come up to File, Open, and I'm going to browse to my layered backdrop and click Open. Now this is what it will look like if you have the Elements version, and if you see anything that has like little folders or something like that, then you know that you may have the Photoshop version and you need to go back and download the Elements version. Okay, so let's start just by going over some of these layers. The first thing I want you to be aware of is these floor layers. So if you decide you want to change the floor, then you're going to need to change the layers. Let me go ahead and turn off these banners so that you can see the floor better. So I'm going to come down to the bottom because that's where the floor layers are. And if I wanted the basketball lines off, I can click this little eyeball and turn those off. I can turn the ice on. We've got some shadows here. These are just extra layers that help sell the illusion that we're working with here. We also have this Jumbotron scoreboard. If you wanted to, you could turn all these layers off, so you don't have to use them at all. You could turn this whole thing off. There's a ton of layers in here. It makes it super easy for you to customize this to your heart's content, basically. So we've got all these layers. Like if you would decided you didn't want them, you're just gonna sit here and turn all these off individually until they're all gone. So let me come up to my history, and it went off screen. I'm going to come up here so that it's back to where I started. I'm just going to have this off screen while I'm working here. Some of the layers are strictly just for information, like the one that says your player here and Jumbotron screen layers below, just kind of to inform you of the different layers. Volleyball net layers below. So if you wanted to use the volleyball net, it includes different shadow layers all the way down. You just need to know, it just helps you stay organized. So I'm going to turn all these off. Okay, so let's start with this banner layer down here, right down here. So how to change that? Okay, so here are the banner layers. It has 3 layers that need to be changed. If you don't want to change that many layers, you can just turn off all this depth layers and just use the main layer. Right now I'm going to turn off the bottom 2 and work with this main layer. So I come over to my type tool, and I'm just going to double click that, and I just start typing in the new information. So I'm going to turn that one off and do the exact same thing for each layer. You just have to make sure that it's exactly the same, otherwise you're gonna see that it's not gonna look right. Turn that one off and make a change to this one. So then, if you decided you wanted to change the font on this, you would do that in this area right here. So you would just choose a different font, and then you would have to, that one doesn't look good at all. Then you would have to go in and change each one. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. Let's see what's going on here. They're not exactly the same, so something happened. Okay, it's the space. I'm just leaving this mistakes in here so that you can see all the things that could possibly go wrong that might get confusing. So let's say we decide we want to resize it. I'm going to select the top layer and then press Shift and select all 3 layers, and I'm going to grab this little corner and I'm just pushing it over, and then I'm going to center it and press Enter. And then if you wanted to change, like say the drop shadow color, you can change that to any color. I'm just going to change it to something kind of obnoxious so that you can see the change. Click OK. And then you can change the main color, selecting my type tool. And I'm just going to choose a color. Now you can see. So that's how you change that. Then when you want to change your banner, you just double click that and you just choose a color. You can go anywhere you want on here. Let me choose something. Okay, that I like. So that is how you change the banner. If you decide that you want the banner, let's say you want to turn off this Jumbotron, you can select this and you can move this up and have it at the top instead. And I'm just pressing my shift down while I arrow up, and it makes it arrow up a little bit faster. And then I just press enter. So that's one other thing that you can do with that.